a Bosch Alpha 32, the 32nd vacuum cleaner that Bosch ever made. This one, I've literally not long gone back from picking it up from eBay, where I won it for its one and only bid of £15. It is a mildly fancy one with an electronic hose and a few other little extra lovely things. So let's have a look, see why it's broken, see if we might not be able to fix it, and see what this very early 2000s premium vacuum cleaner might be like. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and Bosch chums. How are you today? Yes, Bosch used to make really good appliances, really good things. I remember Bosch being a very premium brand. Sadly, they're not really anymore. They are just another Chinese labelled thing. But this, I think, is back when they were good. Bosch Alpha 32. And as you can see, being an electronic model, we have a plug in there and we can take our hose off. Oh, this is all in very good condition. And yeah, we have our machine with nothing on there, just power, cord rewind, everything else works with the hose. So yeah, this is quite exciting really. Let's have a look at what we get, because this is the first time that I'm really looking at this as well. So we have the Bosch Synchro floor head, which is an all-in-one every surface type of job, and you know, it's not worn through, it's not too bad. That should clean up quite nicely. It's obviously seen some use, as evident by the carpet fluff underneath, but yeah, this looks like quite a nice little head. It's also got a parking bracket, and there's two parking brackets on this machine. If I just take the wand off and pop this back on, see this little clip here, you pull that up and then you maneuver the floor head, pop that in, clip that on, and that's not going anywhere. That is amazing. God, they did put these lovely little tweaks on vacuums back in the day. So yeah, you can leave it parked and that isn't going to come off at all. Oh, well, unless you do that. That is a very decent floor head holder indeed. Then we have, this is all 35mm tools, a smooth, locks beautifully, not dented, not rusty. That's lovely, nice, telescoping wand, fantastic. And then we have the hose, which sadly is where the problem with this machine is. We'll get to that in a bit. For now, we shall enjoy ourselves. So yeah, the cable obviously runs through the hose. It's a very flexible, lightweight hose. This is not your Hoover Sensatronic type of hose. So yeah, that does that. It only moves a certain amount, and I did notice when it plugged into the machine that it doesn't rotate a full 360 degrees, so you won't get, in theory, this plug messed up. Talking of the plug, this is the socket of the machine. The plug has some very custom keyed style plug, and that just goes in there, and then yeah, with this clips onto there, your cable just dangles around the front. Very nice indeed. And then this very short, stubby, but that's how it's supposed to be, bent end, and I think somebody might have tried to go in there before, because yeah, this is a bit dodgy, this bit, which is a bit of a shame, but the machine will still run, so we should pretend that that works fine for now. And yeah, we can have a look at the machine. Oh blimey, there was a very faint ratings plate there. Oh blimey, Bosch, Robert Bosch, who knows, there's a massive serial number, 1300 watts, very nice indeed. It's incredibly used, incredibly scratched and used. The guy said he was a bit sad to sell it. It was a very nice machine. So that bodes well. We have a two-way top. We open this part, we can see our onboard tools. Very nice indeed. Ooh. Crevice tool looks hardly used at all. Normally that's the most used part of a machine, but a little bit of fluff, that's very nice. We have a dusting brush, that's more used. We have an upholstery tool that I don't actually think ever had lint pickers on it. I can't see any residue or anything at all. So there's those, and I think there should be a radiator brush sat right there that goes on the end of the crevice tool. But I don't really care that that is missing. These two very fragile looking clips here work fine. Then if we pull the flap this way, well, oh good, oh okay, that folds back on itself. That is very good. I don't know if this says the 10th of September 2000. That is what I'm basing my whole theory of it's from the early 2000s on. Oh, and I'm completely wrong because I've just found a date of it. Wow. Oh, I was completely wrong, folks. 1990. June, July 1990. That does make a bit more sense, I have to admit. Fine, right, we'll ignore any of those random part numbers on there. Yes, we have a genuine type C, well, type A, type B, type C bag. Then we have this, which looks like it's going to be impossible to find. Oh gosh. Like inner filter? I don't know what to call that. That's like, you know, some sort of inner cage. And then, ooh, blimey, we get to our pre-motor filter, which is here. And everything else. I was looking at that piece of burning looking stuff, but I think it's actually, oh gosh, yeah, look, it's where the carbon dust comes out of that part there. That's fascinating. What's also fascinating, look, is here is the post motor filter, micro SAN. I don't think they've been off in a while. We might take those off after an initial turn on and have a look, but that's fine. We'll leave that there, pop the bag back in like so. We do have spare bags. We have this disgusting, horrible packet of non-genuine bags, and then this brand new, sealed up, never used Bosch bag. There you go, Maxima and Alpha. Maxima's quite familiar. I don't think I've ever seen an Alpha, so that is what we got with it. I guess now it's time to see how it runs. We'll start by popping the hose back on because we're going to need that to turn it on. We plug in our little connector like so. Then we can put out the flex, which I haven't done fully yet. So let's do that together now. That will be perfect. This hasn't been on the way under the valve. But where are we? If we come down to this bit, look, there's some weird, it looks, I don't know if it looks legit or not. The cable obviously goes around that screw. And then look what we find on the end. An MK tough plug. Could be the original plug from the early 90s with those black shielded pins. If this is a 90s machine, it wouldn't have had a moulded plug. So that could be fine. Oh, look, we can plug our MK plug into our MK socket. And then this is where the machine is going to turn itself on, even though this is in the off position. Oh no, it's not. You're going to behave. Huh. And then, oh, this is the bit that's broken. This slider. So what's supposed to happen? You can feel it. Oh, don't know which part's broken yet, but it does try and run. It's actually the best it works since I brought it back. And just like the AEG, we can control the machine. And then if we block it up, look at that! The bag full light is on the end of the hose. That's fantastic. Let's see what sort of water lift we get. Look, see, I didn't even touch that. As it is. Ooh, straight up to an 80. I'm going to call that 75. We have a solid 75 there, and I don't think that inner filter will be helping it at all. But yes, it runs. The hose is broken, but luckily it's broken on the it works position. So before we go any further, we shall do some vacuuming and see how well this runs, or at least feels, on the carpet. Here we go then. Oh wow! I mean, The front stays down, the wheels come up. This still oodles there from. Oh, it's like it down. Comes from a defaulted machine. That does seem to roll around quite well. Oh, it's nice on the hard. And the motor sounds superb. There's even, if we, you go that way, there's even a front parking bracket that sits on there like so, for when you are pausing. How do I know all of these amazing facts about the machine? Well, wasn't in the eBay listing, but the guy had found the manual. This must be almost rarer than the vacuum. Look, it came with different heads. We don't have that head. They call that head something quite fancy. You get a air-driven turbo head with it. We don't have that model. There it is, look. They call that the polymatic nozzle. Very strange. And then, sadly, we don't have this version, but there would have been one with a full electric hose and an electromatic, oh wait, that's not the English bit, electromatic brush. So, all of a sudden, what I seem to have got myself is a 1990 vacuum cleaner. Fully complete, fully ready to go-ish, looking okay enough. I guess it's inevitable really, you're watching a Beko 1987 video. Let's pop this apart and see what the damage might be gently, because I'm not going to lie, if you cannot fix it, I'm leaving it like it is. The machine turns on and runs. That will do for now. But we may as well have a go. The hose is fully isolated and we can maybe begin. Now from how I'm looking at this, if we can pop this back bit off without causing any damage that won't at least glue up. Oh dear, just like that. Oh, please don't all be brittle. We can pull that back. And I think that is that back part ready to go. We need to take this screw out. I'm really hoping nobody's been in here before and those chips are just age. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is good news. Right, welcome to the PCB and this little slider board. And I've seen these before. These are pretty much what Electrolux use. And they do get very gummed up. Oh, we're getting sidetracked. Look. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, I like this game. So what we could actually do is clean this out because it'll be full of dust. And that dust will stop the little contact from moving. And it's that that controls the speed. And then we can clean all the contacts up, clean this up, pop it back together. And it might actually be easier than I thought. Yeah, look, there's another 1990 date wheel. That's, oh my goodness, just focus. There we go, that would do. 90. Right. We can get a little bit fancy now. I actually have some electrical contact cleaner, but a tin of brake cleaner or whatever would work fine. We're just going to spray that on there. Oh, that's instantly feeling a bit better. I think that is the contact strip running through the middle. It's just very, very dirty. So we can spray and a little old toothbrush here, spray, scrub, wipe, etc. Do this all over the PCB really. I'm also going to do these contacts because it's not going to hurt, is it? I'm also, because it's here, going to clean up the hose reel circle things, you know what I mean. So I'm going to do all that, get this back together, and we'll see if that cures it. And with it all back together, this bit seems fine, even with that broken little clip. So we'll keep it just in case. It can sit in there. Making creaky cracky sounds. Right, let's see if that works. So that's promising. Right. Yeah! I mean, it hasn't got the best adjustment, but these don't. Really. I'm going to call that good. What it does do is consistently turn off the machine. And look, it's on low now. If I go really slowly, I'm going to say that's good. I'm going to say that is all fixed. There's just one more thing I want to quickly investigate, and that is just how bad this inner filter possibly is. Oh. Fine, okay. It just turned on and off without the hose fitted. Noted. Yeah, I want to. Can I take the whole? Oh well, look, you can take the whole. Ah, so this is sealed to that. Oh, this is going to HEPA a dream. But until we get there, I just want to see if this is going to vacuum off or if this is like going to need further work. And this will tell us that this is quite powerful. Oh yeah! Oh, bang it! Excuse me whilst I give this a preliminary vacuum out. Come this far, folks. We're going to give this a bit of a wipe down because, well, why the devil not? It's pretty filthy, as you can see. Here is our, well, it's not our pre-motor filter, is it? If anything gets through this, crikey, you've done something catastrophically wrong. Let's also, we'll take these out. Wonder how it's going to run now. For probably the first time in a good while. Yeah, I do like white machines. I think it should be white. I think it is just a little bit faded now, sadly, but I'm not going to bother retro writing it. It will be good with just a wash. Electroluxes always do that. White Electroluxes just splash their carbon dust all over the place like this has. And you have to clean it up. Oh wow, look at that. Brand new filters there. Don't shut it up. That isn't filthy, it's just rubbish. So that's fine. So that can go in there. These will do. No, you can go in there. Stay like that. These can go back in here. I'm not going to change them today, especially not until we've refurbished the machine. You know the rules. But I did have a peek in the box, and it does say it comes with some microfilters. So we're not going to crack this open yet, but one day we might. This says it's washable in all of the languages that existed in 1990, so that's great. We'll give that just a little bit of a wipe down. I'm not going to take the seal off, but we'll give that a bit of a mop down. What we will do, because it's going to be quite important, is clean this seal, which seals the bag through all of this malarkey and into itself. Marvellous. No, I think that can go back in. Oh, yeah. That can go back into here. This bag isn't bad. It's going to be fine. That can sit on there, like so. Ooh. I don't think this is running in its max mode without being plugged in. Well, it was. Probably a bit less now. Pulling a bit less, but it's still a lovely thing. I'm very pleased that this was shared on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, and that it was only half an hour away from my house. Because yeah, I've never had a Bosch, well, that's a lie, isn't it? I've never had a decent Bosch. I do not count the Bosch Alpha as anywhere near the same company, the same entity, the same build quality at all. If people say I've got an old Bosch, I've got an old Bosch vacuum, do you want it? You've got to be very sure that they mean something like this and not something like a Bosch Alpha. It's also physically in excellent order. I was just glancing at this, look, these 4 rubber feet are what, hold the machine up. And I did notice there, look, that wheel has sadly had a little chip taken out of it. These wheels are quite thin, actually. Maybe this isn't the well-built, chunky thing that I thought it was. And the more I look at this sitting in there, I think that is probably legit as well. And again, don't forget, it would have had a Shuko EU plug that would have fitted in a lot better. Just like that. That's exactly why I didn't change the plug on my Moulinet E59, because it would be like this, just flopping about all over the place. And that will do. We have gone from my £15, it was £16.50, but the £1.50 buyer's protection fee. I mean, was it worth it? Did I protect myself from repairing the machine, or should I ask eBay for a refund, since it didn't protect me at all from this silly mistake? I mean, it didn't protect me from myself one bit, but I'm almost glad it didn't, because this is a very complete machine. Again, if you ever had one of these back in the day, or even now, do let me know what you think of them, because I do love it. Proper big boy, meaty, all the build quality in the world vacuum cleaner. They don't make them like this anymore at all. And now I have one. I don't need one. I don't fully have the space for one, but here it is, another bad decision. But I reckon we'll do it right in the end. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I and some other brilliant Bosch. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.